Hi, my name is Carlos Cintron. I'm an unfranchised owner with Market America. Today, a little more about the Basic 5, a little more about the history, and how to understand where we're going and what you're doing. Market America was founded in 1992. It has a strong growth since the inception. We're talking the company having a strong financial position, and you have a corporate team that when they started 21 years ago, you have the same people still in place today. I say that is a huge statement. There are not too many companies. In fact, I don't think there are any that can actually say that they've had the same corporate team since the inception of the company. The fact that they've been around for 21 years and they've had over 84 consecutive quarters of growth, never one down through 9/11, through the economy, through all of the bad situations that has happened, markets going up and down. The diversity of products and the strength of this company is by far the greatest you'll ever find to date. Take that into consideration. There's no Fortune 500 company that can say this. You have 600 plus employees that work on behalf of us, the unfranchised owners, and they are always out for the best of our interests. 300 in IT development alone. That says huge. One of the main things they were focusing on now is user experience. Why? Because we want your customers and our customers to make sure that it's easy for them to navigate the website, that it's easy for them to get the best deals, that it's easy for them to do a comparison shopping and save time, that it makes it easy for them to earn cash back. And on top of that, if all of these things are easy, guess what? They refer their people automatically because it's sticky. People love coupons, they love to save money, and people say, I'm not a salesman, but guess what? They wind up doing it by default. So I think that a lot of credit should be given, more credit should be given to the corporate team, especially those back end that many people don't see. I really, really appreciate them, and you as an unfranchised owner should also take that into consideration. That you have such a strong back end, because maybe sometimes we don't understand that. So that's huge. So the technology, applications, and social media, ShopBuddy, your best friend for life. It's important that you take your customers and you go into their houses if possible and download ShopBuddy on all of their computers and teach them how viable ShopBuddy is to the best of their interest. Show them how to save money. We don't have to shove them with the business first. Show the customers how to save money. They're going to love to do it. Show them how to have the app on their phone. Test it with a book, with an item if you go into the store with them. Especially if you're doing really close one-to-one marketing because you know them, that you want to teach them how it works. Yes, it might take a little time. It's a little learning curve. But guess what? Once you teach them how this works, it just happens. It happens again and again and again because people are not going to stop buying the things that they need. So let's help them find the exact same things that they need and to get them at a really good price. So we have the shop box, we have the mobile application, we have product information in detail, everything that you want. So what makes Market America different from other shopping sites? First of all, the portal and the search and shopping is huge. The fact that it's powered by people is the most important thing. Remember, we're required to only have 10 to 15 customers. It allows us to engage, to interact, to listen a little more, to understand what their needs, what their desires are, and where they're spending their money already, that you can actually help them save money, help them transfer their buying habits into buying things that they're already buying because they're spending the money already. Trust me, the vitamins, the supplements, the workout proteins, the aloe juice and all this stuff, they're buying it from somewhere else, whether it be from CVS or whether it be from another multi-level marketing company. They've been spending that money for a long time. So understanding how the products work and you being a product of the product is what's going to give you the belief in order to share your experience of the products. And therefore, the more people you have using the products, guess what? The more possibilities you have of retaining a new business partner. Because if they understand how the products work and they love the product, guess what? It's easy for them to now say, well, I want to get it at wholesale price. And some will, some won't. That's fine. If they stay as a customer, that's fine. But I'll tell you this much. 80% of the people who join Market America's business came via the use of the product first. Maybe you were not. I wasn't as well. But the statistics show that 80% come via use of the products. So we need to know how they work. The compensation plan by far is the most fair that you would find out there. The universal shopping cart, that with our one cart technology, it's growing more and more and more. The fact that Mark Ashley showed us how we're actually intercepting and we're going to start getting all of these shop direct products at wholesale cost. It's huge because we'll have the same SKU, we'll have the same item, we'll be able to give the person comparison shopping depending on what stores they buy from. Doesn't matter if they're getting an ink cartridge, it doesn't matter if it's a printer or a computer or what have you. We're going to be able to give them that same exact item, strip the brand names from them, and put shop.com on there. That automatically eliminates a lot of the overhead costs just for name brand. And guess what? Your customer gets the best deal, period. That's the idea. They get the best deal. When they get the best deal, they're going to love you. If you save them $10, $50, $20, $100, whatever it may be, depending on how much they're buying and how often they're buying, if you teach them how to navigate a little bit, trust me, most people say, well, I don't know what the shipping is going to be. Most companies, not all, but I'll tell you, on our site, okay, most companies, if you're doing anywhere between $50 and $100 or more, shipping is usually free. And who's not spending that kind of money? Okay? So, again, going back and teaching people is key. The universal shopping cart is huge. Price comparative shopping. So showing everyone where it's at, how they can get it cheaper. Take a look at the reviews. Look at the cash back they're giving. Look at the IBV and or BV. And it just works. Do you know what it would take to create a site like this? This site has a value of $20 million. I mean, you couldn't possibly keep up. They've spent millions and millions of dollars putting this together. It's absolutely amazing. So, you give them the hottest deals. And then the e-gifting technology. Forget about it. We own the patent on that e-gifting technology. It's huge. You're allowed to select several items, put it in an email, send it out to the individual who you want to send it to, whether it be a loved one or friend or what have you. They get to actually browse through the selection that you selected for them, whether 3, 4 different items. They can select the one that they like, so now you're not buying something and then just bringing a receipt just in case they didn't like it. Here, you can go change it. No, they select the one that they like, immediately charges your credit card, and it ships to them. And guess what? When it ships to them, it automatically registers them as a preferred customer because they have to gather that information. So how cool is that? And the fact that nobody is going to be able to do this without our permission on a global scale is huge. The social networking, it's all in place. You do it already. Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn. All of these mediums are just exploding. They're at your fingertips. You can reach out to more people. You can share the things you like. And if you show your customers how to share at the time that they're having the deal, that's the key. It's not just getting them the deal, but it said, listen, make sure you share it with everyone you know, because once you share it, you can help other people. And if you share it, guess what? You get 0.5% cash back for all the purchases of everyone that you shared it with for life. Who gives you that? No one does that. No one. So this is huge. Shop Buddy, again, I already spoke about him. He's your best friend for life. He makes sure that when your customer forgets about you or your friend, family member, they go directly to a site. And maybe they're not just buying. Maybe they're not buying. Maybe they're browsing somewhere else. And they have the slightest idea that Shop Buddy or that store is part of our partner store. How many times did that happen to me? Plenty of times. I go on a website and then I see the little Shop Buddy logo pop up. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that this was a partner store. That's what Shop Buddy does. It works unconsciously. It's like embedded in their subconscious mind and goes, hey, listen, you can also earn for this. So when they're ready to buy, they know that they're going to get the best deal. They know that they're going to earn cash back. So what are the strengths of Market America's Management Performance Compensation Plan? Volume searches to infinity. BV accrues 365 days. And it has a monthly accrual option. And IBV accrues for 730 days. 2 years, folks. No breakaways. We're not multi-level marketing. Everyone's connected to everyone forever within that genealogy. It's paid weekly. Volume placed in lower personally sponsored distributors where everyone in between gets 100%. That is unheard of, where you're able to take your sale, the credit of your sale, 100% of the points that you actually make on a sale, and you're able to give it to the last person in your organization. And if there's 10, 100, or 10,000 people all in between connected, okay, everybody gets 100% of the credit. I'm telling you, it's the fairest compensation plan you'll ever find. Okay? So each business development center is capped at $3,600 maximum per week, as if that is not enough. But if it's not enough for you and you'd like to earn more money, guess what? The only way people can make more money is by re-entering from becoming their upline now to becoming their downline and starting all over again. And by doing so, it supports their current organization. It solidifies the first business development center that they're establishing. And by doing so, it creates synergy. People see that. So now your upline that you probably didn't know of is now placing a business development center below you. Why? Because you're doing the business. And trust me, your upline is looking at the numbers. You know what they look at? They look at BV. They look at IBV. They look at who's doing, who's sponsoring, and they see and they know. And when it's time to re-enter, you could be considered. Not a promise, but you could be considered and say, well, Carlos is building the business. Guess what? I'm going to re-enter under him because I know that he's continuously teaching, managing, and helping other people. And then we have the opportunity to earn more from our senior partners. So, what are the strengths of Market America's Management Performance Compensation Plan? You own multiple business development centers. That's huge. Your requirements for one business development center, you know, it's 150 BV in your UFMS $20 subscription. For your first business development center, you can have as many business development centers as you want, and your requirements never go up. That's huge. Again, I stress it because a lot of other companies have all these other quirks. You can own multiple business development centers. Business can be willed to your children. I think this is totally awesome. So this is a huge vested interest that I have to do everything in my power, not only for my children, because I'm going to enjoy this now as well, but we worked really, really hard. We established this one time. We're able to will it up to our children up to 2 generations. I think that's phenomenal. My children are going to benefit from this, and their children's children. And guess what? When they grow up, they're going to do the business. They're going to expand it. They're going to move forward, because social shopping is not going anywhere. Unless something pops up in the next 30 years or so. But as of right now, e-commerce is soaring through the roof. The numbers are staggering while, quote, the economy is going bad. So your organizational structure expands in depth. Organizational structure creates common vested economic interests, and you build only 2 organizations to create an ongoing significant income. Okay? We're not just a recruiting site. You have to understand that. Because recruiting sites are focused on just bringing people in, bringing people in, bringing people in. And yes, we want to bring people in, but we want to bring people in who actually want to do the business and are willing to put in the time and make this work. This is not just a sign-up program, because just as much as people can sign up, guess what? They drop off. And if you're just signing up people, it's not going to last, and that's going to duplicate. Okay? So let's take a look at horizontal marketing. It's an organizational structure that most businesses use. With the horizontal structure, an economic incentive to help others succeed, it does not exist. These things come from real estate agencies, insurance companies, chain stores, franchising, and multi-level marketing companies. Exactly what we're not. Okay? The reason why is because when somebody makes a sale and nobody else benefits, that causes friction among the quote team. Okay? I used to sell cars before, and I know what that's like. Everybody, every man for themselves. Yeah, you collaborate a little bit here and there. Very little. When a person sells a vehicle, the other person doesn't make it. If one person sold 3, 4 cars, 5 cars in a day, and the other one didn't make it, guess what? They're not happy. At the end of the month, the numbers don't look right. At the end of the week, the numbers don't look right. But you could imagine, okay, what JR and Lauren Ridinger did. They revolutionized, and the corporate team, they revolutionized this horizontal horror, okay? And by taking that away, it really made the playing field easier. Remember, horizontal marketing is actually where people are just being placed on your front line, and then you go several levels down, and then they pay on percentages. Okay, whether it's 10%, then 5%, and then you have to qualify. You hear distributors say this. Okay, I want you to go and watch other distributors in multi-level marketing explain their business plan and their structure. If you don't understand the business model that you're in, if you don't understand the numbers, if you don't understand how it works, you will not be able to appreciate it as much. Anybody can come to you with some a pipe dream and show you some big numbers real quick just by recruiting people, which I like to call hand-me-down money. When we sign somebody up in here, we don't get paid. There's no check coming. Well, some points accrue, yeah, that can eventually lead into a check, but it's not a recruiting game only. So the agents and brokers, master franchisers, district sales managers, you have the sales representative, local franchise, and local sales territory. You have all these pitfalls, and because they're in levels, guess what? Nobody benefits from nobody. They're all in competition. Okay, so disadvantages of horizontal marketing: locations multiply costs. You know what it is to open up another franchise? And because your franchise is doing really well, as a matter of fact, it's doing so good, there's always a line, there's a cheese line waiting outside. Immediately, corporate says we're losing money. Okay, because nobody is getting serviced, or everyone is not getting serviced. Immediately, they're opening up one down, a mile down, and with all due respect, they'll tell you you're the one who has the opportunity to pay another $1 million or another $100,000+ in order to open up this place, and you have to build this all over again. And because you get the first right of refusal, if you don't want it, guess what? They'll let somebody else come and do it. And don't tell me that that next one a mile down doesn't tap into your profit. That's a hassle. Territorial restrictions. Okay, there is already a McDonald's in this area. You got to wait X amount of miles in order to open up the next one. Time, resources spread too thin. Statistics show the average individual can only manage 2.8 businesses at a time. JR focused on that specifically and said, why would I want to give someone more than that? So he took the 8 out, 2 people at a time. Guess what? You can manage that. Once you teach those 2 people how to help other 2 people, now you become free again. You can sponsor more people if you like, okay? There's no cooperation or collaboration in multi-level marketing systems and duplicating the horizontal market. Everyone's in competition. You'll have 10, 20, 50 people in the same quote downline, but they're all in competition with one another. With vertical marketing, it's an organizational structure that provides an environment in which there is an economic synergy between the people participating through the enterprise. The vertical marketing organizational structure has compounding effects. It encourages teamwork and support. Everyone receives 100% of the credit for sales and volume generated. Okay? So the last person, it doesn't matter who makes the sale. If the person down below makes the sale and the person in your downline becomes successful and they're doing very well, guess what? Everyone within that genealogy is happy. They want to encourage. They want to continue to help people make more money. So the advantages of our vertical marketing, which is huge, is that it eliminates the pitfalls of horizontal marketing, the compounding effects, it encourages teamwork, no territorial restrictions. When one succeeds, everyone benefits. Minimal cost to expand, leverages duplication and standardization. Everyone receives 100% credit for sales and volume generated, maximizes profitability of individual success, the synergy that it creates is amazing. And you gain from others' work and sales volume and so forth. When you transfer your business volume to the bottom, they also benefit 100%. So the unfranchised system, it has the duplication of fundamental concepts, showing the plan with the right tools. It's really, really important. Use the official company materials. Okay, practice the binary strategy at all trainings and build up your unfranchised business. The benefit from the unfranchised business is attend as many required trainings as you can. Learn from the best practices that offers you many great opportunities. Okay, I have to emphasize on the trainings, as many trainings as you can. I would say eliminate the things, the extra things. If you're really serious about doing this business, okay, I want you to make a list of the things. Jot it down by the hour when you wake up in the morning. Everything you do, and I guarantee you, you will find that time that you'll be able to invest in this company just a little more. If you want more, if you want to be at the top, if you want residual income, if you want freedom, you're going to do just a little more. And you're going to do just a little more. And you're going to do just a little more. And you're just going to do it and do it and do it and do it until when? Until you're producing the results. Why? Because in this business here, you build it once, but you get paid for the rest of your life. You're not going to find anything like it. So, thanks for listening. Stay tuned to the next part of the Basic 5.